Bobby,
good
we've got a very, very special guest, one of the all-time greats of coaching. And Melissa, can you bring in our guest, please?
Who is it?
How are we? Did we have a great weekend?
Fantastic
Yes.
weekend. Bob's just come back from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Bob. I had a lovely weekend down in St Kilda. and who did
really?
I bump into? Tom
Tommy
Hafey.
Tom, take a
Welcome,
seat.
Tom.
And
Tommy.
welcome the grumpy old men.
Yeah. Take a seat.
What were you doing in St Kilda, Tommy?
I live there.
Oh, I'm
I
glad
wanted to
about.
go home.
I'm glad about that, Tom.
Have you ever been approached in St Kilda, Tom, as you've been going for this very famous
Outside
run
of
of yours?
Melissa.
Outside Melissa.
Yes, I have been.
Tom, have you ever run 38 kilometres?
This morning,
No, no. Well,
No,
he
Does
can-
it every morning.
no.
How far do you run, Tom?
I run about 8-10k each day.
Each
But I
day?
have run that distance, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what about, are you still doing those one-arm press-ups or
Push-ups.
on 2 fingers or
Push-ups,
whatever?
they're called, Bob.
Well, something like that. What are they, Tom?
I do a lot of that, yeah.
Do you?
And sit-ups, how many? How many a day?
I do 600 sit-ups and 200 push-ups.
600 sit-ups a day. Just a minute, I'll try this. One.
The same as Kevin, but he does his in a year.
Tom, you're very famous at Tigerland, of course, 4 premierships with the Tigers, and you're famous for your training, and I know a lot of people talk about you being a fitness fanatic, but you absolutely loved training.
I do, and I think it's important. And I suppose the biggest criticism of Tommy Hafey was that we trained too hard. We
Someone
kept on
said you
winning.
had him out at 7 o'clock one night.
Never. Oh, 7 o'clock at night, yeah, we did that. Yeah, we did.
Before the grand final one year.
Oh, that's possible.
Was it?
Yeah, it's probably one of the ones we
They
won.
hadn't been training too well.
Tom, you won in 67, 69, 73 and 74 back-to-back flags for the Tigers. This is the Tigers, of course, winning one of their great premierships under Tom Hafey.
Michael Green's got it. He can hand pass. He does. Sends it out to Royce. Hart.
This is
Now,
good.
this is against Carlton, so this will be 1969, Tom.
Yeah.
1969?
Yes, remember it well. It was really a terrific year for us, in as much that we came from 4th position after losing 5 out of
fact,
6
it's
games
73.
during the course of the year.
Third premiership. They won it
Beat Carlton 69 and 73.
Now they won again
That's
in
correct, yes.
What about the game? What about the game now, Tom? If you said to the modern day player, kick the ball long, get numbers to the ball, and kick a goal, do you think they'd understand that?
They probably wouldn't understand it, but if they did, they'd win premierships, of course. That's because that's exactly what Brisbane Lions do right now. Run through the lines, kick the ball long and direct, down to the big Jonathan Brown and also the Daniel Bradshaw and Alistair Lynch, and then you've got the runners coming through. It's so simple, it's embarrassing. But I think a lot of people have lost sight of the fact that the scoreboard is what controls the game, not the number of statistics they get. And I've got an idea that some of the coaches want the scoreboard demolished, and the side that wins the game is the one that wins the most statistics. That is a possibility, isn't it, really?
Tom, that was a great win, and of course that was backed up in 1974 as well. And we see the great Alan Swab there with Royce Hart just going off to get the Premiership Cup.
Tommy in a tie, KB.
And Tommy in a tie. When did the T-shirt come into coaching, Tom?
I'm not quite certain. I suppose when, oh well, somebody give it to me, I guess. Along
Now,
that line.
Tommy, if Royce Hart was to come back as a young boy today,
Yes.
would he still be Royce Hart?
He'd probably be the highest paid player in the competition.
Yes.
I got no doubt about that. An absolute superstar in any era.
Yeah.
And the same as some of the superstars
Oh,
of
yeah,
today
yeah.
would much the same.
We love that, Tom. We love that. The old-time superstar. What?
Yes,
Tea
Melissa?
time,
Tea time for Tommy.
Tom.
Thank you very much.
Now, strong, white and hot.
White, hot and strong, no sugar.
White, hot and strong,
Yes.
no sugar.
Yeah. Hang
Enjoy.
on, wait. I'm very, very...
Fussy. He's
of a
very
taste
fussy,
test.
Melissa.
You're
Perfect.
never wrong, mate.
If Maureen give me this, I'd probably put it over her head.
How many
Look
cups
at
of how many cups of tea a day
Oh,
do
it's
you
not
have?
good. And it's lukewarm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
Tommy, how many cups of tea a day?
Hey, you might get the sack after this, mate. I'd probably have probably 8, I guess, 8 or 10.
8 or 10. But getting back to Royce Hart, would he be able to play centre half forward?
Oh, I got no doubt. Yeah, I got no doubt. James Hird would probably be much the same in size. Would that be right?
Be the
And he's
same
a
size.
superstar, absolute superstar. And I think that Royce would do exactly that job. Position, he'd have to change a couple of the things, but he really was a great player for us. He was one of the best on the training track as well.
Yeah.
Like he had a lot of things going for him, but he was a great.
Could he kick with both feet?
Not to the extent that they probably do now, but really, like I think a lot of players use both feet when they don't really need to. I think that if you just because they can kick that side, they often don't try and straighten up. And that's one of the things I get really critical of that.
Would you like to see him, or would you ever tell one of your players to kick it backwards, Tom?
Oh, well, I suppose you would if it was able then to run on, but I don't think kick it back and hold the ball up, and I think that happens too often. I see sides have 130 marks and still get beaten. Therefore, they got the ball all day long, but they just don't know where the goals are. And I think it's a pretty simple, basic game. Yeah.
I remember Tommy saying to us, if you get caught on your non-preferred foot, you're pretty dumb as a footballer. And now I wish that I got caught on my non-preferred because I couldn't kick with my normal one.
No, but we say that if you're caught there should be somebody flashing past to receive a hand pass, because we keep on talking about numbers at the ball. And so if a player gets it now, in Tony's case, who was a left foot kick, comes out there's got to be somebody flashing past to receive the hand pass. That makes sense. A long hand pass, run with the ball through the lines, exactly the same as Nigel Lapp, Michael Voss, and players of that ilk. And that's exactly, well, where Kevin probably received a stack of hand passes by doing exactly
You still
that.
believe that you can coach, but there's one problem, no one's asked you to do it.
That's about it, yeah. I keep on saying everybody, I'm the best coach in the league. Everybody's aware of that, or in Australia, but I haven't had a job for 10 years, so I might be wrong. Yeah.
Did you teach Kevin to handball?
No, Tom Hafey said to me early in my career, he said, Kevin, listen, there's a new fad that's just come into the game. Whatever you do, don't get caught up with it. Don't get caught up in this fad of handball because it'll never last.
No, it never lasts.
That's what you said.
I did, and you took me to my word.
Tom,
Very coachable, Kevin.
Tom, you 4 premierships for the Tigers. You've been named as the coach of the century for the Richmond Football Club. Most people were absolutely shocked when, at the end of the 1976 season, Tom Hafey left Richmond and went to Collingwood. What happened?
Well, I wasn't pleased with a couple of things that had been happening at the club. A couple of people that I was a little bit offside with. And I resigned, if you can recall that. Even though people keep on saying I got the sack, I resigned. I'd been appointed and I was there for 2 weeks after that. And I was all of a sudden just that I just can't handle this and I'll just give it away. And I didn't know what I would do. I thought I'd go to the West, and then Collingwood offered me. And that was really great because Collingwood was fantastic. It was really great.
And you bagged for Collingwood as a kid?
I did, Dan, yeah. But I really loved the Magpies. I love their supporters. They just love their own. Like I used to say, somebody say one of the stars could murder their mum. Oh, well, she had it coming. You know what I mean? That's the way they are, aren't they? Yeah.
Now, Tom, with today, they do more warming down than I ever did at training even. What do you think about that, Tom?
Oh, well, look, I think we've got to understand that there's a lot of things come in, and I think that the experts who do these things have got reasons for them. Like, I take all that, and I would never go against what the experts in their other fields, medical, things like that, I wouldn't more or less argue against them because I'm not qualified to do that.
Well, Kevin, you used to have, what, fish and chips every
Friday night.
Every-
Fish and chips.
How'd that go today? They wouldn't like
I
having
think they
fish
do
and-
that.
Do they?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain they do.
You're allowed to have fish and chips?
Yeah, you're allowed to have eggs and fish
I
and
thought
chips
you had to
after.
have... Oh.
Tom, you also coached Geelong and you also coached Sydney. We've got to quickly ask you about going to Sydney because it was under Dr. Edelson.
Yes.
How do you think football will remember Dr. Edelson?
Well, I don't think they think of Doctor the way it should be. I think the Doctor is never given enough credit for what he created. He showed what publicity and also marketing can do. And if you can recall at that particular time, 8,000 average attendance. In 1 year, the Doctor took them up to 26,000 average attendance and crowds of 40 and 38,000 in successive weeks. I think Dr. Edelson was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Sorry about this, Tom, but you used to send the runner out to me and have a crack at me. Now I'm sending Melissa in to have a crack at you.
Time's up.
Time's up.
Out we go.
Oh, he hasn't finished his
You
tea.
can finish your tea out the back.
I didn't
I'll
drink
carry
the
that
tea.
out.
And Melissa's got some lovely Tim Tams there for you as well. Tommy Hafey joining us on
mate.
Grumpy